Trying to get a little more light on the subject. Okay, maybe that's better. Okay, I was on a few minutes ago. My name is Sher. I'm an intuitive, and we had some people in the chat. I'm going to give them a chance to come back in. I will be teaching on the power of spiritual integrity. Excuse me, and we'll see. We'll see what else comes in. Give everybody a chance to get back in the chat. How is this top fan thing done? Okay. I'm just checking everything out. Oh, shoot. Hi, Namara. You found me. Okay. I'm over here playing with buttons. I can allow for reactions, timestamps, pop out chat. Okay. Participants. Share in the mirror. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I can see who's in the chat. I like that. But then I can't see the chat, can I? Huh. That's very cool. Oh, it has the time on it. Yes, you did find me again. So that's perfect because usually we're kind of busy because people, I'm not being by any stretch, but people kind of know I'm coming on and they start showing up. So, hi, Kendra. Is love coming in this year? I don't know, but I remember you from one of my chats. We're not quite reading yet. We're talking about the power of spiritual integrity right this second. So I usually teach a small class on that or on something, and then from there we go to reading. I'm really feeling the energy tonight. It's okay, you're fine. You have some kind of big shift coming in, don't you? You're expecting it, you're waiting on it, it's coming. It's not coming in your time, it's coming in God's time. I feel like you're very just trying to make it happen and you need to release it and let it go. Wow. So I don't know if that resonates, Kendra, but that is what's coming through. Also, Namira, you have a hi, Straight Queen. You're fan number 2. I don't even know how I made that happen. Totally true. Okay. Perfect. All right. Hi, Gypsy Mess Woman. Thank you for joining the chat. I wanted to support. What is her name, please? Can you tell me her name here in the chat so other people can go and support her also? There's enough readers and enough people in the world. There's room for everybody. Cynthia. Okay. But I mean, what's her channel? Isn't it Ethereal Goddess or something like that? I saw it and recognized it. Any messages for Straight Queen? Well, we're going to talk about spiritual awakening. No, we're talking about spiritual integrity first. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Medicine Woman. Nice. I will check you out. Thank you for visiting. I appreciate it. Tonight, we are talking about spiritual integrity. Okay, so like when we go, thank you. When we go through an awakening, a lot of times we're awake and we're aware and we need to shift. We're shifting, okay, but we're saying one thing, okay, and we're living another, okay. So like not out of malice, not out of meanness, not out of confusion, but out of survival patterns, inherited conditioning, just, this is what I do every day. Why should I change it? Why should I be any different? Okay. But if you are having a spiritual awakening, yeah, you need to be different. Not holier than thou. I did buy a cross today. I got to put it on. And love story. Nice. Hi, Jude Smith. Nice to see you in here. Anyway, so you're being asked to be a beacon of truth, okay? To call others back into energetic alignment with what they claim to believe and follow. So here's my thing, like I'm calling you guys back, right? I'm like, okay, so here's an example. Before my life changed, quite a while back, my favorite thing was to get up in the morning and drink screwdrivers and just didn't stop, right? I love them. They're so good, and I'm being healthy, right? Not healthy, healthy, not healthy. Anyway, so and I had a real struggle with this. Thank you, Jude. I had a terrible struggle with this, and so um, let's say I had a spiritual awakening back then, okay? Because I was not in spiritual awakening mode back then. Okay, if I had had a spiritual awakening back then, I could not have just come in every morning, made myself a screwdriver, and sat down on the couch because the Holy Spirit does not work that way. It convicts you. It's like, hey, shouldn't you be doing something of service? Shouldn't you be watching a better show? Do you really need 10 screwdrivers before lunch? Things like that start to come to light. And so when you have a spiritual awakening, you're going to change. But the other thing people don't tell you is things in your life are going to change. Why are they going to change? They're going to change because you're not the same person that you used to be. Okay, I know. If I put my picture of what I was a year and a half ago and my picture up now, you probably wouldn't even think we're the same people. True. I don't even have the same hair color. I have everybody's hair colors. Things do change so much. So here are the things that we need to work on with our spiritual integrity. Okay, and these are important things, and nothing's written in stone, but these will help you in your daily walk of life. Words mean nothing without embodiment. Okay. So if you say the words, you can speak of light and love and happiness and peace, but you can still be in the dark and you can still make dark choices. Okay. So what we have to do is return, like return to being ourselves, return to consistency, setting intentions, setting actions, using energy in a positive way, not depleting our energy, setting boundaries, making healthy choices, having discernment. Okay. And here's the thing, not everybody that you see in the world that says, hey, I'm spiritual, I'm loving, I'm kind, is. I would like, it would be my greatest wish that everybody in the world would be spiritual, loving, and kind. But that doesn't always happen. Okay. So, not everybody who looks spiritual is walking with integrity. Not everyone who is quiet is asleep. Sometimes people are quiet. It's hard to believe, but I got a lot quieter. And I'm more conscious of my thoughts and spiritual awakening. And I have a zest for living, so it's really hard. I have to stop myself. I have to put the brakes on. Hi, forward moving. Oh, nice. It's fine. You're good. We're just chatting about spiritual integrity and things that we can do in our life to to go forward in that. Okay, so the next thing is discernment over performance. Okay, okay, and we talked about this. Not everybody who looks spiritual is walking in integrity. There are wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay. Um, Also, not everyone who is quiet is asleep. Some people are just quiet. Some people are spending more time being in the moment, listening and paying attention to you. And unfortunately, a lot of people mistake that for people being dumb or not attentive or I don't know what all, but people get a little wrapped up, in their heads about things when people are quiet. But it's not. It's not bad to be quiet. That's when you hear the voice of God, right? Okay. So also, when you are in living life, okay, and let's say you meet somebody, okay, and dull. Oh, are you saying I'm dull? Am I dull? I hope not. Um, but when you meet somebody, um, let's say that feeling that you get, okay, the feeling like I don't ever want to see this person again in my life or talk to him because there's like an automatic like stop. I went in where I worked one night and this guy knew I could touch people and know things, right? And I knew he was going to ask me to touch this guy. And he said, hey, Sher, I want you to. And I said, no, I don't want to touch him. And I just I stepped back. And my friend was like, whoa. Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. My friend was like, "Whoa," and I said, because I could feel it with every fiber of my being. I said, "You have too many secrets. I don't want to touch him." And he said, "You're right. I do." And the way he said it, I knew that he was not lying. So when you meet somebody and every fiber of your being says step away from the person, or if you actually are stupid enough to hear the voice of God that says something like run and you not run when you should have ran, yeah. So be open, be receptive. Your body is a channel, it does channel messages. Yes, there are tons of red flags. Okay. If you have to tell me how beautiful, great, and wonderful you are in the first 5 minutes, we're probably in trouble. Okay. You're trying to convince me of something. I'm going to wait and see who and what you are. And that's what we need to do, people, in all relationships. Wait and see who you're talking to. See if they have spiritual integrity. See if they have morals. Okay, so you do get to a point where you can feel a vibrational truth. Here's an example. This morning when I came home, I had to run some errands with a friend, and I came home and she was going to pull in the parking lot, and I said, no, my bike is on that spot. And then I felt it. I felt the missing energy of the bike. I was like, it doesn't feel like it's there. I could feel, I could feel the shift in energy. It was so crazy. And I looked and no, it wasn't there. And I was like, well, okay. So if you're the person who took my e-bike, if you had asked, I would have just loaned it to you. So I still have the charger and the helmet and the lock if you need that. Send me an email. Uh, Best of luck. I don't mean this mean. I think you must need worse than me. But here's the thing: my God can take care of all of my needs. Whatever's taken, He can replace it in nothing flat. And I remembered because I was talking to a friend today at the pool about the story of Job. And God turning him over to the devil. But not killing him. That's always a good thing. And so, and then Job questioning God, and then God going, who are you to question me? And I think that's why Job is like my most favorite book in the Bible. I think it is anyway, because um, God gets riled up. I mean, not mad, he's God, but he's like, I decide when the sun rises. Now, these are just, I couldn't quote it word and chapter or anything. I just know he talks about who makes the waves come in, who moves mountains, who decides, just you have to read Job. If you haven't read Job, read Job because it gives you a really beautiful picture of what God is and what God can do in your life. Okay. Okay. Didn't mean for that to be a sermon. Okay. So now we are on living your truth when no one is watching. Whoa. Okay, so integrity is not about appearing good. It's about being aligned. It's about being aligned even when it's inconvenient, when it's messy, and when you don't want to do it. Most likely, when you don't want to do it is when it's needed the most. Honestly, okay, because somebody asked me to define integrity one time, and I said doing the right thing regardless. And it is. It's doing the right thing regardless. Doing it with love, acting in kindness, asking in peace. Our country today is not doing it with love regardless. The people in the country are. The protests, everybody's standing up for everybody in light and love to take care of our people. People are just people. And I'm really upset about the state our country's in. And I don't talk about politics, but I also do not condone being mean to people. God says act in love. We should all act in love, period. You know, love one another as I have loved you. There is nothing loving about this situation. Not only when the people disappear, their homes are destroyed, their vehicles, everything just stops. What about if they have children and families and they just don't come home? the apartment rent doesn't get paid, the car gets repossessed or never found or whatever. All of these issues, and that's just one person. Multiply it behind all these people, and all you're worried about is cages and alligators or crocodiles. What about love? Worry about love. I'm sorry. I'm just riled up. But love is the most important thing. God made us all different when with the Tower of Babylon, wasn't it? All different languages, all different everything. We're all interconnected. If you're hurting somebody else, you're hurting yourself. You just don't realize it. Karma will come back and bite you on the butt. I'm sorry, I am kind of preaching tonight, and please forgive me. But here's the thing. So, you have to live your truth when nobody is watching, okay? It's not about appearing good. It's about being aligned, having that integrity regardless. When things are hard and when things are rough, I'm still going to do the right thing. This morning when my bike got stolen, I was like, um, I don't know. I didn't feel so stressed about it. And I don't know why, but these are some questions to ask yourself. Where in my life am I still compromising my truth? Am I halfway in and halfway out? It's this one foot here and this one foot here. It happens. Is the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other? What am I saying yes to that drains my spirit? What are you saying yes to that drains your spirit? What is it that every time you get around it or touch it or get near it, you feel exhausted, or even the thought of it exhausts you? So look at that. And also, do I believe what I teach when I'm alone? I absolutely do. It's been a horrendous week, but here's the thing. I'm still going to act in a higher, more loving vibration. I released my bike as much as I liked it with love and light to the person. Maybe they needed it worse than me. I don't know. And I can't take vengeance. God takes vengeance. God, the universe, all that stuff will be restored. If I stress myself out and worry about it, what have I done? Nothing. Just stress myself out and worry about it. Yes, and that's the thing. When things start exhausting you that are in your energy center, I love this little cyanide stick. It's like a wand. When they're in your energy center, it's getting warm, vibration's getting high. You have to, hi, K-Rain girl, I just saw something you wrote on a board a few minutes ago. But when things are exhausting in your energy center, set a boundary. Put a gate up. Do whatever it takes to reclaim your energy and come back into the love and the light. In the past, like I told somebody earlier in this chat, I would have been devastated. Am I upset the bike is gone? Yes, I really love the bike. It was like my thing. I looked like the little motorcycle mouse on it. Can I replace it easily? No. But maybe I wasn't supposed to have it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to question it too much. Yes, you call your purpose back. That's exactly what you do. Oh, thank you, K-Rain girl. But you know what? It's just stuff. Just stuff. I used to say to God, you could take everything away from me and I would still be okay as long as I had my faith, right? And you know what happened? He did. He said, oh, okay. Yes, I know. I do need to reclaim my energy. I'm a little tired tonight, but I just couldn't. It's warm, guys. I'm dressed. Okay, so that happened to you? Wow. Faith is everything. And thank you. And here's the thing. When God, I felt like, I was telling a friend of mine today, I said I felt like Job. Because when God said, sure, you can have her. And, I was like the frog in the pot. I was in hot water and didn't know it. But God knew it. And all my life, I had been so profound about saying that if I lost everything, I still had my faith, I'd be okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, if you tell God something like that, he may test you. And he did. I lost everything one early morning, March 3rd. And I survived it. Look at me now. I I don't. My house is normal, humble, loving, comfortable. There's nothing pretentious here. My bills are mostly paid. I got to save money for an e-bike, but life goes on, And this was March 3rd last year, March 2024 of last year. I was homeless on March 3rd. And you are right. God does not put you through anything through that you cannot handle. If He puts you in the fire, He will pull you out. Oh, you said, wow. I had a friend who said, if He puts you in the fire, He'll pull you out. I'm proud of me too, because you know what? I was trying to be something I wasn't to make somebody love me because I was just so desperate. Uh, Desperate. I was desperate to be loved. And desperation for love is not a good thing. It's hot in here. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to turn my fan over here. I know the energy is getting hot. Woo, I can feel it too. I've got my studio here with the fan and hope it doesn't blow the candle out. Oh, so much better. Don't. I am bumming it. So, okay, so he put, that's so weird. Yes, thank you. Okay, you're right, Earth Angel. He did put me through the fire for refinement. As a matter of fact, uh, I've had a lot of life circumstances happen to me where I was able to give another person peace or help them see perspective. Yeah, and I think that most of the time, guys, it's pretty casual here tonight, and I apologize. Most of the time, when we have a spiritual awakening or extension or whatever, because I don't know all the rules, I don't know all this stuff. I just know that one day I was like, am I losing my mind? I'd always been intuitive. I've always known things, but I never had like the floodgates open up where, I mean, we read for 30 people or, well, yeah, me and Source read for 30 people, him mostly, not me, uh, a night sometimes. And, and that's why we're talking about these things too, Earth Angel, because it's about getting yourself back, remembering who you are, reconnecting, realigning with self, feeling that energy, that magic again, feeling the freedom. The I think that sometimes, bear with me, guys. It is warm in here. Sometimes we go, uh, we get out of a bad situation, and I think all of a sudden, things that were taken away from us. For me, I couldn't wear perfume. I couldn't light candles. Nothing scented. Things like that. And now, oh my Lord, my candle says I'm not for everyone. And when I finally got out of that situation, I had a newfound sense of freedom, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, all I saw was heartache and devastation. And I think a lot of us, if we're in an abusive situation and you want to hang on to that love so bad, and you can't, no matter what you try or do, at a certain point, you have to give it up and let it go. Okay. But here's the thing, when you let that go, when you give it up, you're opening the door for something new and better to come in. Okay. If it's something that hurts you, if it's, yeah, it really is. And, yeah, and see, that's the thing. We're all here for some reason or another, and we all have some kind of fantastical gift. Okay. Um, Somebody's gift may be as simple as taking care of small children. Okay, that's a gift. If you can take care of small children, you are blessed by the Holy One. Okay, you survived cancer, and you're grateful to be here. I lost a kidney, went septic, lost the ability to walk, lost 70 pounds, had 7 drain holes in my abdomen, and I was in the hospital for 4 months straight, and I lived. And people ask me, I cannot tell you how many people ask me, why are you still here? And I said, God has a plan. God has a plan for me. Now, at the time, I hadn't even thought about this. And, but on the day that I was actually made homeless, that person threw a pack of tarot cards at me. And I remember saying, oh, I might need these. It wasn't a funny situation. I was in tears. I was devastated. My whole world fell apart. But here's the thing, if God can take everything from me, um, if He can take everything away from me and restore it, and then some, and get me to love myself, that is a pretty cool God, right? So if I can go through something crazy, uh, uh, yeah, you can too. Let me read these notes here. So if you don't want to look into someone like, or then Witten, or is it uncontrollable? I tell you what happens forward moving. I kind of just caught the gist of this conversation. It is a choice. It is a choice. Okay. Like in a relationship, I make a conscious choice not to receive messages or not to try to get messages about anybody that I'm with. Okay. Now, because I'm connected to that person, and I think this may be what you're talking about, even though I'm not looking or anything, a lot of times I know things, okay? They're just right there in my face, and or I hear things, and I'm not trying to, but some of those things are just meant to come through. God, source, the omnipotent, wants them to come through. And I choose to receive all my messages. Whew, that's a lot. But here's my thing. Every time I go on live, even if I never get monetized, if nothing good ever happens, if I never go viral, any of that stuff, maybe today I help somebody make somebody else's life nicer. Maybe you listened to this thing and said, you can go in front of me. I can see all that stress just falling off of you in the grocery store, or here, let me help you get in the door. Simple little things are what makes life worth living, guys. It's service. We have an act. We have a mission. We have a calling. Mine is to share peace and love in the universe. What is yours? And we all have gifts. They don't have to be big or ornate. Little changes make big changes throughout the world. Look at what just happened in our country. Lots of people took to the streets to defend, to care about other people. And I think at risk of harm, I think that that's a huge act of love. And I think that we are the people that have to make a difference. We need to, all of us. Yeah, it's okay because you just keep going with the flow because no matter what happens, you're still a child of God. You're still going to get messages. When you're connected, you get messages. I mean, some of them are in your control, some of them are not. When I was younger and didn't know any better, I'd say something like, I wonder what happened in my mind. Wow. As soon as I said that, I had this ability, sorry, to see what happened. And, in my mind, I said, I wonder what happened. And I saw the person die. And they did. They died. And so it took me a while to realize that I wanted that information. I asked for that information. Something as simple as saying, I wonder what happened, opened the door for Source to give me that information, even though I wasn't thinking about it. So words and thoughts are very, very powerful. try to remember that, like in your day-to-day comings and goings. Sometimes the simplest thing that we don't mean anything about hurts somebody, and we may not even have done anything wrong. It may just be the state of mind that they're in. So if you're in the here and the now, and if you're acting with peace and acting with love, what could possibly, that's even when I've tossed people out. I work in a bar. That I have apologized the next day or whatever, and they're like, "No, you did it with love." Yeah, you really do. Yeah, and with arguments, relationships, everything you do in life, and you should give it 110%. I'm laughing because I'm giving this 110%. I really, it's midnight. It's 12:01 in the morning. Oh my Lord. I really wanted to be in bed right now. I tell you what, if you have a question, if you want to ask it, I'm just going to kind of feel my way through it real quick. If it channels, I'll give you a message that way. If I fail to read a card, I'll give you a message that way. Feel free to ask the questions. And yeah, it's so not worth arguing. Absolutely right. Because you're putting your energy in a negative area. You're like going, oh, my energy is not valuable, but your energy is valuable. Okay. And you need to protect and guard it. There are life sucking leeches out there that probably don't even mean to be life sucking leeches. Okay. They just are. Good night, Earth Angel. Thank you. Should I attend the birthday celebration? What birthday celebration? Do I have any? Oh, you should. Oh, the birthday. Oh, you're asking me questions. Okay. Jude Smith, should I attend the birthday celebration? Hold on. It feels like a no, but let's see. Let me pray real fast. Dad, 9 yes. Oh, that's tough. Hold on. Amen. Okay, so let's start with the birthday celebration. Is your dad like all about control? I just need to know. Okay. Okay, Namira. But I want to continue with this with Jude here. Okay, yeah, because he comes across as the King of Swords, not a nice person. Here's the thing, and this is not source driven. This is share driven. My mother was not always a nice person. I mean, truly, and I loved her though. And there were periods of my life for personal sanity reasons that I put up boundaries or just honestly didn't talk to her. This is what I can tell you. And this is so true. No matter how bad the person is, hi, intuitive reads. No matter how bad the person is, how mean they are, how misconstrued they are, when they're gone, they're gone. You can't pick up the phone. You can't call them anymore. You can't share a memory. My connection with my mother is me seeing the numbers 1111. It's amazing. I can get on here and talk about somebody's relative or a message or a song, and I can't do it for myself. But I still feel very blessed because it just seems like even today I saw the number, 1111. I was like, oh, Mom, I see the number 111. Hey, Mom. It's just like part of my day. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. Yes, you should go to the birthday party, but because I see his meanness. But let's see what source says. Go to the birthday party. You cross him. You show up as the Queen of Swords. More, I feel like as his daughter. Okay, it is difficult, but here's the thing: they're reminding you have a strong will, a sharp mind, a little bit of sarcasm, and profound insight and integrity, doing the right thing even when you don't want to. That's why that was here. That's why we were talking about that today. All right, that's for you, Jude Smith. coming sooner, positive things. I don't know. We'll pull one. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Namira said, I love a channel message. K-Run girl. Okay, we did Gene Smith. Good night, Earth Angel. Okay. Spirit message for Straight Queen. Okay. Forward moving, what is your expectation of the future? Are you expecting the money? Are you expecting the forward moving like your name? Are you walking in faith, or are you hanging onto it so tight that you can't let it go, that you need to know the answers? You don't need to know the answers. You need to let it go and release it and give it to God. When you give it away, it'll come back to you. There's no time frame. This is a life lesson for you. That's the message I have for you. Whoa. Okay. That's a message. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was channeled forward moving. I don't think you need a card. I think that was the most profound message. Jude Smith. I know. I know. We all do it, right? But here's the thing. I'm speaking from experience. After my mother died, as crazy as that relationship was, I I still would do anything. Not anything, but within reason, to just be able to stand in the kitchen. Okay. Okay. I understand that. And I think that is a message from the universe. It was not me. I can tell you that. It was just, woo, intense. Okay. I'm in that kind of intense, weird channel mode. So I hope it helps. I hope it wasn't too harsh. Um, Maybe you need to reach out to them. Maybe you should reach out to them. Maybe there's a glitch in something. Reach out. It's important. I don't know why it is. Reach out. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm getting my bearing. Okay, Run Girl. You've made a lot of growth. You've learned a lot. You don't have to run the race. Uh, okay, cool. Okay, so I think it's a message for you. You don't have to run the race, K Run Girl. Breathe, okay? Life has a lot of good things coming out or coming to you, but it's going to be it's divine timing, but it's going to be like, I want to say perfect timing. The way things will unfold, it'll be like reading a well-read book is what I'm hearing. And uh, I'm like, there's this little, okay, maybe it's my candle. I was like, what's that little dot of light? And but it's just your main message here is to keep pushing forward and to go forward in the light and the love, and not to question anything, because you are on the right path and you're going the right direction. It's just not going as fast as you think it should, but that's okay. There's a reason for that. Okay, that is for you, K Run Girl. Okay, let's see. Earth Angel, I know you left and went to bed already, but you are loved. Okay, you are loved by the universe, and you need to hang on to that. No way. That's what your message is, Earth Angel. I thought you went to bed, and I just said your name and said you're loved by the universe, and you need to just hang on and keep going. You're on the right path, Earth Angel. That is your message from the universe. So now, yeah, on love. Whew. Oh, you're welcome, Karen Girl. So now, yeah, I feel like you have many people around you that are interested. I just don't think that you see it. You don't see it. There's a lot of people around you. You're so welcome, forward moving, that are interested. You just can't see it because I feel like you have it feels like you have blinders on. You're paying attention to one thing. There needs to be a need for balance in your life. There's not enough balance. It's like excessive into one channeled area. This is for Sonoya. And you need to, yes, you need to strive for balance. Balance is where it starts. Thank you, forward moving. That's where it starts. We start with balance and we go from there, okay? Doesn't, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, Sonoya, you have a, you have a some ability to work with energy or something. I can feel, I can feel the energy. Also, something about your right ear. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. But Earth Angel, I cannot believe you said that. You were the most negative, pessimistic person on the face of the earth, and now you're encouraging someone else. That's how this channel works, guys. We share peace and we share love, and we come together no matter what's going on in the country, and and we go forward and we help everybody. That's the only way we're going to win. Okay. You do have some kind of healing power, Sanaya. I don't know what it is. Okay. But I can feel it. I do feel the ear thing. I don't know what the ear thing was. It might be me. Okay. And then let's see what else we have. Somebody else asked me for a channel message. Was it our new person? And Namira, too. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. There's a few of you in here. Okay. Namira. And let's see. I thought there was another lady in here that came in. Brand new. Gypsy Medicine Woman. Do you want a message? Okay. I like your name too. You're welcome. Healing Powers. Okay. Okay. Healing Powers is like, it feels like you have the ability to shift energy. When I put my hands together with, I can feel a very vibrational energy, like in your center. You operate from a place of love and peace, and that's very important to you. You fight to keep that in your life. You're not willing to not have that, is what I'm hearing. But because you are so energetic and it feels like so peaceful, you tend to transfer those feelings to others, is what it feels like. Yeah, you're like a conduit, but it's a conduit of like healing power in a good way. And because you have a very peaceful zen thing about you. I don't always word it right. I just tell you how it feels. Okay. Let's see who's next. Okay, Maria. Okay, Mariah. Namira. Let's do a message for Namira. Namira, message for Namira at this time. Oh, channeled. Okay. This is weird. I'm hearing that you're a bright spot in the midst of like dark, and you're like a little ray of sunshine. Why am I? Okay, so you're like this little ray of sunshine. Not much gets you down, Namira. You have to force yourself to focus on things, but it's right and necessary. If you keep lists, it's going to help you. If you make lists, it'll help. If you don't already make lists, okay. And hold on, let's see what else. You get very preoccupied with a whole bunch of different things, and then you kind of lose your train of thought, but you return to center when you sit down and get quiet. Wow. I like that. I feel like that's what I've been: prayers, love, peace, balance, harmony, and sun. Okay. Yeah. And it's not, it's just that you are like this high energy person and you have a lot on your mind. This is not gonna, this will just it'll clear some clutter from your mind, is what I'm hearing. That's what I hear for you, Namira. All right. We had a nice lady in here that subscribed. I just mentioned your name. I'm not sure she's still here. Let's see. I'm going to do it because I do think your hidden love story, it gets hot when you're live. I remember that. You're with me. Faith is everything, yes. Okay. Gypsy. Okay, I'm not sure if you asked me a question or not. Gypsy Medicine Woman. if you have a question, ask Straight Queen. Let's see what we have for Straight Queen. Mm. Okay, you're looking at things a little bit better. I hear that song New Sensation. It's like you got kind of a better attitude. You're starting to feel like there's hope, Straight Queen. There is hope. You have hope. You just got to hang on to it, embrace it. Go forward like there's no tomorrow. Just like grab everything that life has to offer you, okay? But in a discerning way is the message, okay? Because some good things are going to start to come in here for you. You're going to see them and recognize them, but there's going to be a few bad things. You're also going to see and recognize those. Let those go, okay? That is what I have for you, Straight Queen. Guys, I've been on here about 45 minutes tonight. As much as I love you, it is, whoa, after midnight, and it is hot in this house. So I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys and see how you're doing. I do like the channeling thing. It's really nice to just put the messages out. The cards still work too, of course, but all messages come from source. This is what I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for spending time with me. I am actually getting ready to go to bed. Love and appreciate all of you. Please go share some peace and love in the universe. Help make this world a better place. Okay? I appreciate you guys. Good night.